Tell them what you're going to tell them, and then get off stage, right? The name of this speech is 60, almost 9, and 28 and counting. So as I go through this, you look for the 60, look for the almost 9, and look for the 28 and counting, okay? 1952, across the street, the Mather first opened one of the first continuing care retirement communities in the nation. So we've been on this street corner for 60 years. About 10 years ago, the residents of that facility, as well as the Georgian, which was subsequently made part of our family that was on this corner of the street, the residents were basically saying, you know, these buildings are aging worse than we are. We need to do something about these buildings. So here's the second number. Almost 9 years ago, the board at the time said we ought to seriously look into responding to the residents' needs and think about how we can perhaps envision a go-forward Mather in the same location. So the board pitched in, and in December of 2003, they had their first meeting with the city of Evanston to put the proposal on the table. That day, someone suggested that the Georgian be put under the protection of historical circumstance. So the day the board went to the city for the first time, somehow this surfaced. Long story short, 27 months later, the city's leaders unanimously voted to go forward with the project. And I can't remember all these numbers, but I want to share them with you. The process involved 27 months, 32 city meetings, 43 letters to the editor, 50 neighborhood meetings, and over 2,500 signed support cards. But who was counting? The residents of the Georgian and the Mather at the time were very supportive in sending letters, attending meetings, applauding the ideas that were being brought forth at the time. And they were a living example of what we were about, trying to improve their lot, improve their circumstance. And without their support, we would probably not be where we are today. So we finally got the approval, and guess what? We started constructing the building across the street at a time when labor and material costs were off the chart. Had we not had that long delay, we might have been in a little bit more fortunate circumstance. We opened this facility last month in the middle of what is arguably one of the toughest real estate recessions in many of our lives. That said, it's a heck of a success. Not only do we have a growing community of very satisfied residents here, but we have, in an interesting sort of twist, paid back the city of Evanston in a very meaningful way. We've created 100 new jobs. The permit fees and real estate taxes that are going to be generated by these two buildings in the years ahead are far and away more than ever would have been generated or anticipated had these properties stayed in the condition that they were in further. We have an affordable housing component called Alonzo's Wish, which helps people who can't quite make it in here on their own, give them a little financial assistance. And there's plans for a gold LEED building certification underway, so it's not we're going to be leading in more than other average ways. The other thing that's interesting that we're giving to Evanston, and get ready, here comes the third number. We have already received gold awards as the best active adult redevelopment project in the nation and the best proposed CCRC from the National Association of Home Builders. We have a Grand Aurora Award for the best retirement community in the nation. We have the Masonry Construction of the Project of the Year Award, and we have 24 additional awards. That's 28 and growing, but who's counting? We very much appreciate the support that you all gave us and continue to give us. We're turning, we like to say we're turning senior living upside down. I think we are. We look forward to a long and mutually beneficial relationship with our residents and with the city of Evanston. Thank you very much for coming tonight, and let me give it to the microphone back to Mary.